So, I've played Sonic Adventure 3 in dreams. Don't worry, I didn't steal the Sonic 06 or the Sonic Unleashed beta from Sonic Team. I just played a fan game in dreams. As for dreams, yeah, I like dreams and most of its games, even the Sonic ones. Although this one barely had any budget, I think this is one of the more interesting Sonic fan games on the platform. For example, there's Sonic Evolution, which is a modern Sonic gameplay experience. Sonic Venture, Sonic Future, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Paradise, etc. Most of the Sonic games in Dreams make you play as Sonic and nobody else. Sure, I love some of these games, but they're really not much more than that. The Tony Hawk styled Sonic Style and Sonic X Dream are really cool though. But Sonic Adventure 3 is a full game that lasts 7 hours. But first, my opinion about Sonic so that you can all understand where I'm coming from. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are easily my favorite games of the franchise. While I like the classic trilogy, I think Sonic Adventure is where the series' variety shines the most. From an Egyptian pyramid, to a beach, to a casino, to space. Everything about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 feels ambitious for the Dreamcast console. But then again, the Japanese games from that era were ambitious at what they tried. Rapping Dog with a Saturday morning cartoon plot? Check. RPG with pre-rendered backgrounds? Check. A big open-world game with real-time events? Check. Sonic Adventure fitted with that awkward ambition and creativity and used most of the Dreamcast's features to create something wonderful. So, am I going to pretend that Sonic Adventure 3 does the same thing? Yes, but with dreams. But first we need to talk about that story. What is it about? Characters. Sonic Adventure 3 is about Sonic and the gang trying to find this Chaos Emerald before Eggman does. Instead of using the multiple perspectives like in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, it's all one big road trip with everyone. And I know why. Because programming 6 different characters, each with their own perspective in Dreams, is actually quite hard. Because you need to organize them in bubbles and stuff. At least you only use bubbles and don't have to use Buttercup. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll get back to the review. So yeah, it's less of a big, complicated story, but more about characters interacting with each other and being developed, which is something Sonic Colors and Forces lacked, although I can appreciate their respective storylines. Here, Sonic and the gang learns a lesson about each other after every level. It might be simplistic, but I think it has more personality than most Sonic games. It makes every end of a level quite enjoyable. It has its serious moments, sure, but I think the character banters really make the game's story memorable. Fun is a word I could use to describe the writing. Oh, and in order to deepen the characters, they are hub worlds. Normally, I wouldn't be happy about the hub worlds being mere levels. The point of a hub world is to connect levels after all. And the first world is awkward. You have to talk to NPCs which are very unfunny, but then the second hub world happens and you get to talk to the characters. Surprisingly, there is an amount of character depth in these hub worlds that are extraordinary. This game's hub worlds are the equivalent of the Persona 3 to 5 social links. As for the presentation, it's Dreams. Most of the assets are shared from the community, yet look really pretty, despite having a few rough edges here and there. The music also fits the mood. Well, while not being the perfect 10 out of 10 music from the other Sonic Adventure games, if there is one small complaint I have is that there's no voice acting. Normally I wouldn't complain about that, but some of these scenes are very long. Like, they make Sonic Adventure 1's cutscene look super short in comparison. But that's okay, because the writing is great enough to carry those cutscenes. Another thing I want to talk about is immersion. Like its predecessors, Sonic Adventure 3 is very immersive. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 might use the Dreamcast at its maximum, but Sonic Adventure 3 does the same thing with Dreams. The levels are big and wonderful, and none of them feel the same, but that's also due to gameplay. Just look at Amy's level. God, that's great. However, the gameplay is legitimately the most ambitious aspect of Sonic Adventure 3. Have you played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2? You get to play as 6 characters. Sonic Adventure 3, boom! 7 characters. They are your usual Sonic levels, but with infinite boost, which you'll need very much thanks to the surprisingly hard level design. There are the Tails levels where you control vehicles, which don't really control that well. Where did you learn to fly?
Where did you learn to fly?
But I learned to control them. Unlike Superman 64, the Knuckles levels have you beat up bad guys in a semi-open world area. Not my favorite levels, since the combat is very meh, but they're still kinda fun. Shadow's levels are like Sonic's levels, but you're on a time limit, yet can use Chaos Control to stop time. Very creative, but not always functional. Or maybe I'm not the best. Amy's levels are puzzle-based platforming, and while the levels are long, they're satisfying to the point where I consider them some of my favorite levels. Rouge's levels are big treasure hunting sections, like in Sonic Adventure 2, but big. Like really, really big. As for Omega, his levels are neat third-person shooters with lots of exploration, and where you need to be very patient. At least there's platforming, but the controls are quite clunky though. It's still great to see a nice amount of creativity in a Sonic fan game. I think there is as much variety here as there is in the original Sonic Adventure games, which is why I think this game, while not perfect and very clunky, is one of the most interesting Sonic fan games in Dream, in terms of gameplay. So, most people might put off this game as just another Dreams bootleg while being subscribed to the most cynical YouTubers on Earth. But I think Sonic Adventure 3 is worth it and is a great spiritual successor to the Sonic Adventure games. And I loved almost every second of it. Oh, and I almost forgot, you can skip the levels you hate, which is perfect for the people who get tired of a level. Thanks to Dreams, thanks to Calistus Jay, and the rest of the Sonic Adventure 3 team. The end.